going on, boys?
What's popping?
What up?
Happening,
Back into it.
Mr.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
When do you fly back home, Josh? Tomorrow?
In 24 hours.
Fuck yeah.
Shit. How long's the flight? Is it direct?
No, well, no, because it's direct to Sydney, but then we've got to go fucking Sydney to Perth.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's
Lots
like
of over.
15 hours to Sydney, and then another four and a half from Sydney, which sucks because I'm like, if it was just the 15 hours home, like I'm kind of like the Sydney to Perth flight, I'm more like, fuck, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you've gotten off a plane, like you've just come off
Yeah.
a long one, then you have to go on another plane to get like the last stretch home.
What's the layover?
3 hours.
Still, that's fucking
Well,
shit.
it's enough to get so I can get some food or whatever, get some shitty food at the airport or whatever.
Mm.
But we land at like I think it's like what 12:30 on Tuesday, so it's not too bad. Like it's midday,
Yeah.
So it's good timing. Like I can organize what I need to organize for the rest of the day and set myself up from when.
Yeah.
Fuck, you must be sick of jumping on flights though, hey?
Yeah, I'm pretty over it.
Oh,
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I hate, I hate planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Do you have extra leg room on the way back?
We've well because you know how you can like apply to book the premium economy like 24 hours before or like
Yeah.
business. We just applied for the premium economy, so I don't know when we find out we get that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Depending on like your pecking order and Qantas, which I think were bronze, you literally can find out between now and walking onto the plane.
Find out between now and walking on the plane.
Yeah.
Apparently. So I hope we get that because that's like obviously in like on an international flight, it's usually like three seats, four or five seats, and then three seats. Well, with premium economy at like the front, it's just like two seats, so it'll just be me and Maya next to each other with like bigger seats, and we can like just recline the seats all the way back. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you now?
Where am I now?
Yeah.
LA.
How's that?
It's all right. Like I like it. I like there's areas of it. Like I like, I like some of the like we've stayed in like some family suburbs and stuff. So it's just really nice and quiet. Everyone's pretty nice. Everyone waves and all that stuff. It's
So
like not
random.
yeah, it's not my
Everyone
favorite place.
waves.
I like quiet places, So it's like
Yeah.
where you can go like a suburb down the road, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And then the city, like the further you get into the city, like the worse it is. Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just like lots of homeless people and crackheads everywhere, or
Yeah, it's some fucking characters down there. So
How was Florida?
yeah, it was awesome, man. Like obviously where we did the podcast from last time, like in Stewart, that was probably my favorite place of the whole trip. Like I love quiet places for the most part, like especially like all I care about is training anyway. Like so it's like it's just dead.
How was the gyms?
Oh, bro, that's so good.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, it's funny because like it's so easy to say they're the best gyms I've been to because it's like because of the name, but like Raw was like it had everything, like everything you would have ever needed. Like nobody that goes to that gym and has a membership like has the right to complain as far as I'm concerned. Like they've got everything, like
Yeah.
primes, like every fucking prime piece that you need, like Atlantis strength stuff. They've got fucking hammer strength stuff. They've got like Nautilus stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like good. It's the good stuff. They've got a lot
Have
of
you
older
used,
stuff.
Do you get a chance to use much of the new tech stuff?
I did at Torture Gym
And
in Vegas. There were like some of it's pretty good, some of it's like it's like how I feel about the Panada stuff as well. It's like some of
Yeah.
it's really good, some of it's really shit.
there's a gym down here that's like an hour away that I've been like driving through once a week because they've got new tech pieces.
Yeah.
And like, holy shit, man. Like they've got this hack press that's like, that like half hack squat that
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I think it's the one I've seen in your stories, hey?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, it is the fucking most comfortable fucking machine.
Yeah.
I think because it's like it's got the spring on it, it
Yeah.
just glides, man. Like there's no point where it's like it's heavier than another. So
Yeah.
I'll get to the bottom of that range and I'm able to come out so smoothly. I've
Yeah.
never had anything like it.
I used like a machine. I think it was the same kind of machine. I used one at when we are in Vegas at Dragons there. I don't think it was new tech. What stuff does Flex have? Isn't it all Arsenal stuff? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So and it was an Arsenal machine and it was good. If I liked it as well.
Yeah.
You don't really have that, like where, like in most gyms, obviously in Australia, you know, like there's a lot of pieces that I'm looking around, even at like an LA Fitness, like where we went to a few times this week, which is just a shitty commercial gym. Like there was pieces there that I'm like, we don't have that in like the best gyms in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
especially not in Perth either.
no,
It's
fucking
very,
no.
very limited in Perth.
Although that gym that you train out of, Tom, it looks like it's got decent kit.
Right
The
away,
right away gym. Yeah, it's not bad. It's mostly hammer strength, and then it's got a Cybex hack squat,
Yeah.
and the pendulum is Panada,
Yeah.
which is good for my height. But like, if you're any taller than me, it's actually no, it'd be the opposite. Sorry, if you're any shorter than me, you'd be bottoming out because like I go right to the bottom, and
Yeah.
if I, especially without sleeves on, or if I'm like a little bit lean, I'll go
Yeah.
right down and I'll fucking hit the bottom end of the rep. But then it's the same for the Cybex hack. To be honest, I was actually using a plate yesterday at
Okay.
the bottom to kind of lift me up a bit higher, and I ended up getting rid of it because it meant my feet were too narrow. But I
Yeah.
was just impressed with my knee flexion. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm
Yeah.
like maxing out the range on a Cybex hack squat.
Yeah.
How much can you guys do on the Cybex hack? Because I used an old one at Revive, and that's why I was like, oh, Chris has used this exact same one. I can't be a pussy on it. And I think I got like 4.5 plates for like a top set of 10, which I was pretty impressive because I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you the last time I used a Cybex hack squat. It would have been like 4 years maybe. Maybe when
Yeah.
I first met man at like one of the gyms we started training at, and I'm natty as well.
How do you feel?
Probably
I
less
feel
than.
pretty good, actually.
Yeah. You feel all
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I feel fine. Like
Sluggish at all?
I think. Pardon?
Sluggish at all?
No, I don't think so. Like I'm tired because we're traveling, but I would just put it
Yeah.
down to that. Like I don't think it's. I think it's more like mental than anything. Like I feel pretty good, you know.
It's,
Like
it's,
Yeah.
it's been like 5 weeks, 4.
it's been just over 4 now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very well
Well,
matched.
yeah. What are you guys doing on the Cybex hacks?
Oh, I haven't touched the Cybex hack for a
Um,
bit, but um, I think the most I've done is 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I did 4.5 for 8 yesterday, but that was after leg extensions and stuff. So I mean, I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably push like 5 to 5.5, but I just don't. I just don't. My
But
knees, man. I don't know if I'm just getting old, but
my
I feel like I need to leg extension first these days because if I go really fucking heavy on a hack squat or any kind of squat, I just fucking my knees just feel like shit.
I tell you what, I'm the opposite now. I've put my leg extensions to last,
Yeah.
Mm.
but like I've got funny knees, so my knees go really quickly, and once they're gone, they're done for the session. So I'm like, I've got to like at the start of the year, I was at a point where I couldn't even get the leg extensions. Like I'd have like 60 kilos on a leg extension, which is like fucking nothing, and I wouldn't be able to get the stack off.
Yeah.
Like because
Really,
my
but you can squat with no pain.
I've gotten it back to there. Like
Interesting.
I rehabbed the shit out of my knees in my own special
Mm.
ways that weren't really anything special, but a lot of I think a lot of my knee issues were coming down to like mentally being scared or like
Yeah.
mentally preparing for the pain more than what it was going to be, and it limited things a lot. So once I'm like got used to taking things to a range of motion, it got more comfortable, and I feel like the range of motion helped rehab my knees more than anything else. So
Mm.
yeah, but if I leg extend before my squats now, I'm pretty much cooked for the session. Um, but before we get off gyms, I was in because Mike's gym should be opening up end of November.
Yeah.
And like he's got half of the equipment in there at the moment. They've just finished putting the aircon in. But like some of the pieces that he's got in there at the moment, I'm like frothing at the mouth. He's
Really.
Oh man, like the glute section alone is going to have like over 20 pieces just for glutes. I've never seen anything like it. Like
Fucked.
the Atlantis
Ruby's gonna
hack
have a field
squat.
day.
Sorry?
Said Ruby's gonna have a field day.
Oh man. And he's got all the prime pieces to come. He's got
Yeah.
yeah, like a full container ship of new tech equipment coming still. Like I think we're gonna have like 6 or 7 different leg presses.
Yeah.
Like fuck. If I can't
So
make
national.
this next off season, I'm quitting.
So
Yeah.
nationals week, all the boys are training there.
Yeah, fucking
Fuck
oath.
yeah. That's going to be so good.
All the nationals are in Melbourne next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what's
At
new.
the new
Speaking of, I
venue.
wonder what. Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder what the new venue's like.
Yeah, I
Looks pretty
haven't. From photos, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Tony's excited about it, and I mean, I know that the other place was fine for the most part. Like, so for them to make the switch willingly, it must be pretty good.
I think it was good. I mean, the other place, Kingston, was good for the athletes, I thought, but I mean, the actual seating arrangement and where the expo was set up, like with all the samples and all the food and stuff, like people just stand around there, and it's just like walking through a sea of people. It's just not big enough.
and I
So I
think
think that's
they were.
probably
I think the venue as hosts themselves were becoming really difficult to work with.
Yeah, yeah,
Like they had moved the tanning out to the parking lot, which
yeah,
that was previously inside.
yeah.
I think they wanted all their own like people on the doors and like all little shit like that. They just got real like finicky with all the little details and shit and just became real difficult to work with.
that
Um,
seems to happen a lot. Hey, like
yeah,
the venues themselves end up just getting sick of our shit. Really, it's like the tanning on the chairs, and that's why Kingston probably worked well because the chairs were just pull out chairs, like they're just
yeah.
Yeah.
But like
like
the thing with Kingston too, like I can't see them complaining about like any of that because it's been there for like 10 years now.
mm,
Yeah.
Like you know what you're getting, so you can prepare for it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the state show's been there for forever, isn't it?
Well, I've never competed anywhere else in Melbourne since doing
Yeah.
IFBB, and I've been IFBB for like 7 years now. So
Yeah.
Oh, so back when Nationals was held at the exhibition center, there was
that was only
state.
once a year though. That was only when we had the Arnolds on.
Yeah, but states would states be held
Yes, states were still at um the Kingston.
Kingston? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Um, but yeah, and then the natural show next year too. They announced the dates for that.
So
I wonder what the testing criteria is for that. Like, do they test everyone or just the winners of the overalls or the winners of
like
the
top three.
classes?
Yeah, I'd say it would be top three. Say to be top three.
So,
Everyone who places.
oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be because I know the way that Tony wants to do it is pretty like extensive, and I assume that the IFBB themselves are going to have their own rules about how extensive that testing has to be if it's going to be a thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I assume that it'll be just top three because otherwise, like to fucking test everyone, you don't really need to,
And it's expensive.
crazy expensive.
Well, that's just it. I hope that numbers are good enough to justify it being a regular thing. Because if they don't get the turnout they're looking for,
I
then I
was
think it might become a phase.
I was saying to Nay this morning, I feel like the first year will be like light on numbers.
Yeah.
People will like hold off and see what it's like and
Yeah.
see if they actually test and is it actually natural. And then the second year it will like go through the fucking roof, sort of thing.
Do you know? Like, in my mind, I don't think they can do all the classes. I feel like it. I feel like the only classes they could really do that makes sense to be like a obviously like a regional to go on to a pro qualifier wherever them athletes choose to do it in the world. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel like in the IFBB at least anyway, because this all goes through the same filter. Like if they win a pro qualifier, they have an IFBB pro card. If they want to win a IFBB pro natural show, they qualify for the Olympia. So as far as I'm concerned, the only way that you could get around this is to have bikini, figure, men's physique, maybe classic.
Yeah.
Oh, in terms of okay, in terms of actually being competitive.
You can't do open bodybuilding. Then you just can't because who's going to win? Like then they're no way going to do an open bodybuilding pro and then have this one natty guy on stage probably that has the number percent.
You get someone that's like a 212 guy.
Yeah.
Because we know there's some fucking freaks.
Yeah, but even then, like
I'm with Josh.
You know what?
You put no way. You could put the freakiest natural guy on
100%.
stage next to a 212 guy.
Yeah. Completely agree with you. But as a business, they won't cut a category.
I think they will. I don't think they're going to do open bodybuilding or 212.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do bodybuilding.
Nah, you know what? Let's put
I
some
don't
money.
think they will.
Let's make a
You
bet.
want to put money on it?
Let's make a bet.
They haven't even got a bet in fucking Olympia yet.
um,
Oh.
No, I agree though, because I don't see a world like even Keown, for example. He is like the epitome of just like
yeah.
an alien.
Yeah.
And that's like one in a million. Like
Yeah, and
we,
he
we
was, I
ain't
think he was natural when he did that Olympia in 2019. Hey, and he
yeah.
got what?
But like, this is what I mean. Like, numbers wise, they lose more by cutting a category than by having people pay registrations for a category. Like, even if these people end up nowhere, as a business, you don't care. But if you have 50 guys that register, you've made how much money? Because it's like,
Yeah.
what? It's $250 per category. As a business, you're not going to say no.
I don't see it happening.
Well, I get that, but then I feel like there almost needs to be just this subjective decision that's made based on the quality. It's like you were good, you can qualify. You weren't that good, you don't qualify. But they
Yeah.
wouldn't do
But
that.
that's the thing. They're still going to have to do a state show and then go to a nationals thing and be the best at that lineup. And at this stage, there's no pro qualifier at an Australian level for natural. So you're going to have to go overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overseas, they've got natural guys that can stand in bodybuilding.
I don't know about that.
Hold on. I said stand. I didn't say be competitive in a lineup. um. Anyway, let's get into the biggest news.
Well, I was going to say, actually, I want to segue into this because you mentioned Mike before, and I was going to go, speaking of Mike, Mike gets to compete next to Chris next weekend.
Yeah. How fucking wild, man.
Well, not next weekend, in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's fun.
Yeah. Like, what a fucking show to be a part of.
Mike's got to be like freaking out inside about that, eh?
Oh, I can't see how you wouldn't be. Like, it's almost like you kind of be caught in the middle because like when he would have picked that show, the lineup was nothing compared to what it is now. So you're almost like your motivation's going, oh, I might be able to get a top call out here. To now you're like, okay, I'm definitely not getting a top call out because you've gotten Martin coming in, Sean coming in, Chris coming in,
Yeah.
Rafa.
Was Mike always going to do this show?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
So it's always been Romania
Oh,
and
wow.
Prague. But Prague's just turned into this absolute monster of a show. But it's like cool as fuck because you're going to be a part of a show that's going to be like talked about for the next 20 years.
It's
So
pretty huge.
I hope it lives up to the hype. I don't see how it wouldn't.
yeah.
The way we speak about it, yeah, like if we're going to be talking about it for the next 10, 20 years.
I saw.
And what if Martin just comes through and it's just like, oh, this was a very easy decision. Like, does it kind of, do we look at it a little differently, or is it?
I think.
I've got a hot take on
I
this.
think. I think it will be. I think casuals of the sport like struggle to differentiate. Like they're, people that are just like Chris Bumstead fans are like Chris is Mr. Olympia. Like they see Chris
like
as
you.
the Mr. You know what I mean? They're like he could beat Samson. Like
That's you,
I
isn't
think.
it?
No, I don't fucking think he could beat Samson. But I think they're going to step on stage next to each other, and I think Martin is going to show all them Chris Bumstead fans what the difference between an open guy is.
You know what? You know what will happen? You know what will happen? These Chris Bumstead fucking fanboys, when he doesn't beat Martin or whoever, are going to complain about the judging and everything else and be like, how didn't he win? Look at him. And they'll post certain photos at a certain angle that like Chris looks fantastic in, which no one is saying Chris does not look fucking amazing. But when you're standing next to guys that have 30, 40 pounds of density on you, it's hard.
Yeah. And
Look,
you go.
no, you go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, and he's also a little bit like he's a lot taller than a lot of these other guys as well. So I don't know if that'll work to his favor or not because
Well,
he's not like his frame is pretty well filled out as a classic guy.
Ma-
I don't know.
Martin was saying on the podcast, and I think he put it really well. He's like, if you put Martin into classic, Martin's weight cap is like 180 pounds.
Yeah.
So, like, if you put Martin in the classic lineup, Chris blows him out of the fucking water. But now you put Chris in an open lineup, Martin's at his height, and he's like 50 pounds above his weight cap.
He's classic. Yeah.
For someone at Chris's height to fit into a lineup, you're talking about someone the size of Samson.
Yeah.
Because Samson's the same height as Chris. They're both just over 6 foot. And
He
Samson,
weighs 60 pounds.
yeah, and Samson walked on stage at 300 pounds. So Chris is a chance of looking stringy in the lineup. You know, this is where yeah.
I agree with Ian though. I think his side chest, it can stand. I don't think it will beat. I disagree with Ian on the fact that his side chest can beat anyone's, but I think he could stand next to anyone with his side chest.
I agree. At that
You
level,
agree with that?
That obviously wasn't his argument, though. He was adamant that Chris Bumstead has the best side chest in the world in a criteria of bodybuilding, which is what they were talking about because they were comparing him to bodybuilders. And I just think that is fucking wild to say. Which, to be fair, I usually agree with Ian on like 99% of what he says.
Okay, so
I love how Fuad put it. He was like, I think this is your brother-in-law bias coming out.
Okay, but who can't he stand next to in a side chest?
No, but that's not the argument. I don't disagree with that.
Samson, okay, Samson will win, sure.
Yeah.
Hardy, if it was Hardy this year, I'd have Chris.
Hardy, that's a hard one. I think that could go either way.
Derek from the strong.
Yeah, I still think he can beat Derek. If he can beat Hardy, he can beat Derek, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. We're going to find out what he looks like next to Martin. But he beat Andrew's side chest.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, he beats Andrews. I think.
So there, you've got him.
Derek. I think I might take Derek over Chris in a side chest.
But Derek doesn't have that strong of a chest.
You're just saying that because of Derek's roundness, though.
Yeah, that's just it.
That's it. But that doesn't mean he beats them.
I think the lower body as well, like the glute ham tie-in is a lot better.
Yeah.
And his arms and shoulders are bigger. But yeah, detail-wise, that's a hard one. That's apples and oranges.
But let's put it this way. Does Chris beat Rafa? Yes, as far as I'm concerned.
What, in a side chest or in overall?
In general.
Yes, I think he beats him.
Well, yeah, I think so.
So Chris is at least a top 8 Olympian.
Do you know who's not beating? Do you know who Chris isn't beating in a side chest?
Akim.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
It depends what Akim.
I tell you what. My hot take is Chris isn't beating Akim at all.
Yeah.
So you reckon Chris is third?
Do you know the funny thing about that is that Akim isn't top 10 yet. For some reason, Chris versus Raf is like a good comparison for Chris. Yeah. Whereas Chris versus Akim is a kind of hard one because Chris wins the back double. I don't even think he wins the back lat, and I think his front double and front lat spread are kind of comparable from a shape standpoint.
I don't even think he wins a front lat against Akim.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Akim is on a redemption arc on this podcast because we all fucking ruled him out at the Olympia. And now I'm going to have him in second in this show because
you're assuming he does
him in second. I just don't think he will.
But I can't see how in a bodybuilding lineup and with bodybuilding criteria, he has so much muscle, and it's not like he's not aesthetic.
We do need to keep in mind that Hani is still coaching Chris.
Yes, I understand this.
And he could pull something pretty special out of his ass.
But he's not going to add 20
How much? No, yeah.
No, but we don't know how much he has to cut.
Yeah, but again, it's all you're going to do in this space of time is increase like fullness.
Yeah.
And maybe recover a bit of lost tissue that might have happened at the back end of a prep.
But all right, let's say you add on 5 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
It's not like Chris's arms have never been his strong point.
His arms on the front.
Yeah. So you're going to have him next to guys that you got Akim and Martin with bowling ball arms.
Yeah, especially Martin.
Yeah.
Martin's arms have come up so much. That was one thing that like he's grown everywhere, but I was looking at his arms when he competed, I think 2022, his arms were not very good. And
Yeah,
they're
his
like,
arm crazy.
yeah, they're good.
Does how much is Sean being looked like overlooked?
I don't think he's being overlooked. I just think he's being looked at where it is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I
I
think
don't
Sean is phenomenal, but you can't like, yeah,
no.
like I don't care how much his frame is filled up. He just can't. I just
Chris
don't
is
see.
Chris is beating Sean easily.
Fuck yes.
100%. Like
But I have Sean like maybe fifth.
so who's ahead of him?
I think Mike could probably beat Sean. At least in some shots. At least in some
Yeah.
shots. Man.
Look,
Like I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
if you think about things, like most muscular, Mike would absolutely fucking destroy Sean.
Yeah.
Like side chest.
I don't know,
maybe
man. Sean's most muscular is actually pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
Mike's
Mike's most muscular is pretty retarded.
I think the thing is with Sean is it's like if this was Sean from 2 years ago, this would be a completely different conversation. But
I don't know if it'd be complete. No, I
I
don't
think he's
so.
gotten. I think he's deteriorated a little bit.
He has. I agree with that, but I don't think it'd be too different of a conversation.
I think it would. I think he would be.
When he won that Legion show and he beat
Yeah.
Keegan and Sergio.
But they were not great.
Okay, but it's not like they're bad.
No,
They're like in that 10 to 12 range, I think.
Yeah, they're yeah.
But Akeem was 10th. But at the same time, I think the lineup is better now. Fuck yeah, I don't know. I think fifth, sixth.
Does Sean beat Rafa?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
And
I mean,
actually,
that is
Rafa from today.
Well, was that another mirror photo?
No, it was actually like it was a proper like posing video. I'll find it and send it.
Is it on his
He's so good when he stands by himself, but
okay, I just sent it into the group chat because he actually looks like lean here. Like he's not fucking around with no mirror selfies. Like he looks pretty fucking good in this video that I just sent. His quads are fucking separated. Like he looks conditioned. He looks far more conditioned than the Olympia.
yeah, I think he's going to beat Sean.
Yeah, like as far as have you found it, Jordy?
Fuck, I love his physique. Hey, it's so good.
Yeah, you're a Rafa fan. Boy.
Yeah, I do. I'm a big fan of his abs as well. The way they kind of elongate, it looks cool. I don't know, just a really cartoonish physique.
What's Jordy doing? I can't.
But the problem I have with him is that he seems to be a lot better when he stands by himself, and then in a lineup he does get.
Can you boys see that?
See that? That's pretty fun. Like that's much improved from the Olympia as far as I'm concerned.
It's so hard to comment because he's probably post workout like.
But see,
I don't know.
I never understood the post workout argument to an extent because I'm like, well, you're going to be pumped up on stage anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, you can't. Yeah, no shit. You want to mimic that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gym downloading. I don't know. It's impressive. I think he'll be good.
I think that beats
peeled.
Sean.
He doesn't come in peeled.
No, but I think if he did, like I don't know. I think he knows that people think that Chris is going to beat him, and I think he's going to really try and push that conditioning now. I think if this is what makes him do it, then fuck. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I think it's a good card to play because if you just try and come in big and full, you're just going to get exposed by detail because you've just got to assume that Chris is going to come in as detailed as what he usually is.
But he won't.
Isn't Horse MD doing it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be good.
I think Rafa, Horse, and Chris are very good comparisons.
And so is Akim as well because they're all tall.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
He loves his tape, hey?
Yeah. Listen, Akim, what is this?
Surely
he's got some
tape.
Surely it's not doing much.
Yeah, that's a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Tape.
You know what? Maybe that's
be
what
fucking strong.
Maybe that's what I need to put on my knees.
Maybe that's what we're missing.
Yeah.
Maybe we all just need a fucking tape.
Oh, is Danae doing Romania as well?
Say, shout out to Danae, who's doing.
Oh fuck yeah, she'll probably win that.
Sick bitch.
Fuck, that's a crazy glute ham tie-in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm trying to see if they've put up a lineup.
I don't think so.
The lineup is just constantly growing at this point. I think they're going to wait until they have a rough idea on the numbers because
No, this is Romania. This is next weekend.
this is not.
this is Romania.
Yeah.
So the thing is though, like if Rafa or Akim wins this, do you think they're going to do Prague as well?
I think that'd be silly not to.
Yeah.
Just
even if you don't
show that it is.
And the momentum that you would have built up by winning Romania, you'd be one of the favourites going into that, obviously behind Martin, who is the clear favourite.
Yeah.
So Mike's working with Stefan, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks fucking good. I know he's had some stomach issues come back up,
Really?
like digestively in the past couple weeks. So he's been dealing with that. But his condition looks fucking nuts.
Yeah, he's peeled.
It always does.
Where's the most muscular? Because that's his fucking strongest shot. That
Yeah, the most muscular can stay fucking any.
I reckon his double back lat's pretty good too.
Yeah.
His back lat's good.
His back and arms are obviously the things that he needed to bring up probably as well.
His back's
But I think
he's done well to bring his back up.
his back's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
His hammies
I
are
like
fucked.
Yeah, I like his hands clasp for most muscular. I think it's fucking that's special.
And like we know that he's going to be in condition on stage.
Yeah. His side leg, side chest, side triceps, fucking good as well. That's that shot there. That's good.
Yeah, that's fucking gnarly, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's just.
So you think that beats Sean?
That shot does at least.
Yeah.
I think Mike has a few shots that would. I think him and Sean could be pretty good right next to each other. It'd be interesting to see.
I think that's a hard one. It's just because, like,
Sean's got the better.
Sean has shown that he can beat guys that are fucking near on 300 pounds on stage, like very, very close to it, like 270, 280, like Sergio.
The thing is, Sean and Mike will be the closest to comparable condition.
Yeah.
And Chris. Chris is going to be peeled.
Chris will be peeled, but I don't think he'll look as as he does at the Olympia. Like I think he'll lose a little bit of lines. I don't think he'll lose crazy, but I think he'll fucking be shredded, obviously, but I don't think he'll be as detailed.
Well, I don't know. I think he might not be as shredded, but I think he'll be just as detailed because he's so fucking detailed. Like his muscle is like rock.
That's my favorite moment.
Yeah.
On mine.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Just the fucking detail in that. Silly.
Yes.
He's got those thick, like 3D abdominals as well.
Yeah.
That pop when he squeezes them.
Yeah, I want to know where the fucking lineup is. Because who do we know?
Check on.
What am I checking?
Go on, bodybuilders up orders.
I think Horse MD could be pushing for a top 5 as well.
Yeah, but Horse
In
always
Romania.
disappoints. I love it.
I know, but he's got to be improved, right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Oh, you know who we should talk about?
He only did Arnold's this year, don't forget.
You know who we should talk about? I don't know if it needs to be spoken about now, is that fucking Cake.
Oh, you're jumping on the hype train, are you?
Yeah, bro, he's fucking huge. Cake,
I know, yeah.
Fucking, I don't know, he's
It's like
CAI.
Yeah.
K-E.
Oh, yeah. The men's physique guy?
Yep.
Turned,
Jump on, boys. He's going to be fucking, I reckon he's going to be pushing top 5 in his first Olympia.
Do you reckon? See, I didn't jump on the Joe Seema train, and I mean, he's top 6, though.
Joe Seema.
Well, how would you say it? Josema?
That's what I say. But it is. It's Jose, isn't Ma just short
is.
for Manuel or some shit?
I would say so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Bro, that hamstring, what is that?
It's fucked. That makes me feel so bad about my hamstrings.
Is he, what shows he doing?
I don't know.
I think he's actually doing Detroit.
Oh, really? Oh, I did hear that.
I
He's
think that's
good.
his
Tom, you can
debut.
do Detroit as well.
That's a dense motherfucker.
Tom, do Detroit.
Yeah, Tom.
Oh,
Stand next to this guy.
But
stand
like,
next to him and fuck, just
if he's doing Detroit, surely he's doing something else before that because his glutes are already in.
Yeah, like he looks like he's fucking 2 weeks out.
I have a feeling he's fucking going to struggle to get under the weight cap though. Like he looks big. He's not going to be. He's not going to be like 5 pounds under the weight cap. I think he's going to be coming in just
He's
under.
He's
already.
going to be another Jose.
How was
That's
he?
what these big guys are going to do though. Like you can't get fucking 30, 40, 50 pounds over your stage cap in the off season because you just know that having to lose all that weight takes a toll on the body. I think they're a lot of these guys are just staying within like 10, 15 kilo of their weight cap.
I think he needs a bigger tank top.
Yeah, definitely. It's like he went into Kmart and they didn't have any like any extra larges, so like fuck it, I'll just buy this one. It'll
Yeah, he's pretty gnarly.
How was he ever in?
it's an early
I saw
it's a big
someone
call, it's an early call, but I could see him top five in his first Olympia in
top five
classic.
is a very big call. I saw someone say that he will beat Ramon for the best Brazilian, and I was like, I don't think people realize. Like, look, Tom can confirm to this. I was not a Ramon fan at all, but man, after seeing him in real life, he's pretty fucking spectacular.
Yeah. What is it with Brazilians just having like they just look like fucking cartoon characters? It's really like freaky.
Yeah.
Like
I could never understand how he wasn't winning in men's physique.
Yeah.
Like I'd look at him every year and I'm like, you have everything. What are you not giving these
But
guys?
does he though? Like, does he? Is he just one of those guys that looks really good online and then like in an actual lineup, he just doesn't look that good?
That I don't know because I'd need to see.
I have a feeling that he was competing in men's physique along that time where they liked the dudes with the slightly longer torso, the big black dudes with massive fucking shoulders, and his waist was just that little bit wider
Yeah.
than the rest of them. Whereas now I think this look, assuming he fit into the weight cap, which he almost definitely doesn't, I feel like this look would be pushing for an Olympia title in men's physique. But I just don't think he's light enough. I think he'd be over the weight cap.
I disagree. Like, if you look at Ryan Terry and the guy that came second to Ryan this year, who is very similar physique to Ryan, they're not that big, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Cake is going to be too heavy for men's physique now.
Yeah, but you're saying that his look like
I think they tried to send a message with the men's physique call this year that they want that smaller. Small is not the right word. More aesthetic. We need to distinguish between the categories here.
Yeah.
Well, I think the top two in men's physique I could be wrong, but I feel like the top two had the two best set of abs in the lineup. Like both of them, their abs were just fucking like next level.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name who was second, but he was close. Like he could have won. It was very close.
He was very good. He was just a little bit smaller than Ryan, so I could see why Ryan won. Like, and Ryan's back was probably just a little bit better as well.
Ryan's back was just fucking huge.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is probably the longest we've ever maintained a conversation about men's physique.
I know.
That's the longest it'll ever be.
Hey, Jordy and I have that in common. We both competed in men's physique.
Yeah, I missed.
Fucking oath. Couldn't even get in condition for that. This is doing my head in online at the moment.
Is it annoying you? Like 275, like I'm like, he looks 230.
Okay, but like everyone's getting photoshopped to what they'd look like as an open pro. Like they're adding fucking a photo of Ramon. And it's like, you're all stupid because they're not going to have that level of detail with an extra 50 pounds of muscle on them.
Oh, yeah.
Are they photoshopping these pics?
Yeah, I keep seeing these fucking photoshopped pics of what Ramon would look like as an open, whoever would look like as an open. And it's like you're just dwarfing his photos from an Olympia
Also, look at that side by side there of Chris when he was younger versus now. Look at how big his legs were. I'm pretty sure they were bigger then.
That's the thing. He's actually not really added any size onto his legs
Yeah.
at all.
I'm almost certain they were.
When I first came across Chris, when he was like 21, so I would have been 20, I hated him.
Yeah. Why?
I'm like, how the fuck are we the same age and you look like this? I resented him.
That's how I feel about Anton Ratushny.
Yeah.
Except he's like 19.
That's fucked, hey. He's
What, Anton?
No, like Chris is wasting this ab and thigh. Like it's gotten like that a little bit bigger, but it's not big by any means, but like it was so small.
Yeah.
That's wild.
His side tricep's going to be pretty fucking hard to beat too.
Yeah.
Like that's a good side tricep. Anyway.
Yeah, I like that way of hitting it. I like his variation, but I like the traditional way of him hitting that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do both. Yep.
No, I can't find any.
Do we do predictions for Romania?
No, we can.
When is it? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Well, Romania is next week, and then Prague is the weekend after.
We won't make predictions for. We need to line up first, realistically.
Yeah.
Well, I should be able to. It should be on the website, shouldn't it?
It's not up yet.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, let me know if you can find it. But
crazy. Anyway,
Well,
should we get some questions?
Huh?
You want to do questions?
Sure can.
what did you boys make of the whole Mike Van Wyck and Jeff Nippard thing?
I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but I also thought that Mike shouldn't have done it. But I also thought that Jeff was a bit of a bad.
I completely agree that you should never put your hands on someone.
Yeah,
completely agree.
Especially on there wasn't really any need for it.
No, right? Cool. I think we can all appreciate that. That's fine. But the way that this has been blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And like Mike's just been banned on Instagram. They've taken his
I saw that
thing down. And like fuck, he pushed another grown man. That's what happened. He pushed a man. That's it.
Tom doesn't like Mike. This just gave Tom the reason to fully dislike Mike.
No, I'm in complete agreement with Jordy. I think this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Because like I will straight up say, like, yeah, you shouldn't have pushed him, especially in the way that he did. Like, you've put yourself in a situation now where because you pushed him in the throat, you've given these fucking crybabies a chance to say, oh, you've assaulted him. When in reality, he pushed him. He shouldn't have done it. But why is he being completely cancelled now? I feel like that's just a complete overreaction.
It's a perfect representation of culture now, though. Because I bet if he just pushed him on the chest, it wouldn't be as big as it was.
Yeah.
If he just pushed him on the chest and he fell over and fucking had a little cry about it, then
if Jeff didn't post up the 3-second video, and then did you guys see the security footage of it?
Yeah, I watched it on one of the channels.
Like, Jeff, bro, you took your cameraman over to him.
Yeah, when he already was a little bit shitty with you.
Like, you guys know you don't like each other.
Yeah.
So, what were you expecting to happen? Were you shocked?
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, you poked the fucking bear. And Mike looks like someone that, everyone knows he's done security. It's what he's done for 20 years or however long he did it. He's used to pushing little children to the side. He worked for Drake. It's all he did for how long?
Yeah.
So to flick Jeff to the side was nothing.
Yeah.
But the way it's just man, I've been in nearly having a car accident when someone's cut me off and I've shoved the guy. What, you're going to cancel me because I put my hands on him?
Yeah.
Or I said to Ruby, I'm like, how about all the people that work in especially in America, you'd have people who work normal jobs in a retail store or whatever, and they get shoved over the counter just
Yeah.
for doing their job. But no one gives
Yeah.
a fuck about that. But because
No.
Jeff's got 2 million followers and his social media following is through the roof, all of a sudden you want to cancel Mike because he pushed someone.
Yeah.
It's not a good precedent to set, I think, if you're Jeff, and like I feel like there's an element here of he should have just tried to be the better person, which he's kind of making out as if that he is, but he didn't need to allow it to escalate this far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making a party of it. Like he's
Yeah.
he's
He is.
reveling in it,
Like
you know what I mean?
the selfie in the hospital,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
did we need that?
Like, I'm pretty sure you're all right, bro. You just got pushed. Like, you don't even need to go to
Yeah.
hospital. What the fuck did you go to hospital for?
I know.
He got an MRI.
Yeah.
No damage,
What
guys.
did
I'm fine.
More good.
Okay.
Bro, you fell on your ass.
Yeah.
But everyone in the comments like, oh, if he was like half a meter to the left or the right, he could have. Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I've been watching too many fucking movies where people just fall over and stab themselves in the head.
But like the fact that this was 2 weeks ago now and it's still going and they're still trying to cancel Mike,
Yeah.
I'm just like, and then like trying to cancel anybody that is affiliated with Mike for not publicly putting him down for what he did.
Yeah.
Like, is it really necessary?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nope. What do you got in the shake?
I like
Greens.
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 Yeah.
I like how I handled it with all his like merch drops, though. It was pretty funny.
It was great.
Yeah.
His merch is sick. I've always liked it.
He's making bank off that shit, I bet you.
Oh, he has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
It's very smart.
Yeah, it is. He's using it to his advantage. Good on him.
That was the other one that happened. The whole Matt Jansen situation. Did we cover that last
Did we
time?
talk about that last time?
Did we
I think
cover
we
it?
did. We did, yeah, because we spoke
Yeah.
about who we think. It was interesting though on the podcast they were talking about who Nick might go to next, and I think it was Ben who said that Nick and Patrick would be
Yeah.
probably not the best mixture of
really?
personalities there. But then they saw it. No, maybe it was Ian. I can't remember who said it wouldn't be a good idea. But then it depends on which way you look at it, because there are aspects and
Yeah.
characteristics that Patrick has as a coach that would suit Nick quite well, in that he's very, very
Nick
regimented.
said in his YouTube video yesterday that it's not going to be Hani or Stefan.
Who said that? Nick.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
do
Could it be like the cement factory guy I forget his name.
you reckon?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think who else there could be.
Remember last time we said it could be some random out of nowhere guy like he did last time? Because I can't think of anybody like out of the big names besides Patrick.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to go to Chris Aceto. He's not going to go.
Aceto just does prep. I don't even think Aceto really does much for the off season on these.
Yeah,
I think he's more likely to go to Carl Wilkes.
Oh yeah,
because they're pretty good friends.
Yeah, that's what we said
And
last time too.
Yeah,
Who's this?
Kyle Wilkes.
Who the fuck is that?
You would recognize him if you saw him.
Right. Who does he coach? Does he coach any other?
He coaches Anton. He coaches a lot of like younger kids.
Oh, okay.
He's a good coach.
So,
it looks like.
How many more clients do you think Stefan can take before it?
I think he has to have out, sure.
Diminishing return.
Well,
yeah.
He's going to be one of those coaches with what 30 to 40 high level pros, and then he's probably got like fucking at least 100 plus amateurs, maybe not getting the most attention. You know, like you can't. I mean, even if I went to Stefan, I wouldn't be going to him expecting the level of attention to detail that Dean gives me. Like, it's just not possible, because you know for a fact he's coaching well over 100 people.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would go.
That's a different.
I feel like it's always one of those things where it's grass is greener, on the other side, but you'd get there and Um, you'd expect such a high level, but I think you're only getting that if you're a top guy.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be very cookie cutter for the rest of it.
Yeah.
I can't see him I can't see him even communicating to the level that he would with these top clients with everybody else.
Well, I think the other thing that they mentioned with Nick is that he will potentially want someone who he can see face to face as well. So that if that's the case, like that narrows it right down to very few
Yeah.
candidates. I can't like if that's the case, then that rules out, a lot of good coaches from the UK, a lot of good European coaches. Like Stefan's obviously not in the conversation anymore. Like Patrick's obviously from Europe. You've
Yeah.
got like Cal Raystrick in the UK. I'm sure there's a few other good UK coaches as well, but he's limiting himself for sure.
Josh, we've both briefly spoken about it, but how excited are we to see Seth Feroci step on stage?
That makes me so happy. That's like I've wanted that for ages. I think everyone's wanted that for ages.
And
Should we bring up that Instagram post that he put up, I think, a couple of days ago? That was
that I've honestly been touching myself over.
That's crazy.
It's funny because I had almost forgotten how good he was.
Yeah.
And that was like
I have to take the piss out of Tony here because Tony Nugent, one of my friends, was like he said he was like, wow, he's almost better than he was at his prime. I was like, settle down. He's not that good yet. Like not quite.
You went one step further. You're like, that might be the worst take you've ever seen or something like that.
Yeah, I went in on him.
Fucking savage.
Just
Look, like he's fucking phenomenal, but he's not as good as he was yet. Do I believe he could get there? Fuck yeah, I do. I think his body's fresh.
Well, I think I'll give Tony the benefit of the doubt here. In a mirror selfie or a mirror recording on this angle, he kind of does look to that level, but comparing in reality, it's probably not indicative of where he might actually be. Like he's good now, but he still has some way to go, I think.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
This is a no mirror magic here.
Yeah, that's probably a better reaction.
That is still very, very good.
Yeah.
Bro, look at those quads. Like, what the fuck is that for someone that hasn't been training?
Yeah. Like that's a special physique, man.
Wasn't he like only 205 or something when he last competed?
Look at Tyler Mannion in the comments. I guess it's almost
I think he will probably do Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to see him kind of bend that front leg a bit more just to give that kind of X shape.
Because he poses very old school still.
Yeah. His posing's like pretty clean though.
Yeah, it is. You can tell he never stopped.
Yeah.
You know what? It's what will determine how good he looks is how much he can bring his back up.
I think he'll get there. Because the insertions of his back are very good.
Yeah.
Like you can see his lats fucking insert right down at his hip. You can't dislike this guy, hey? He's so likable.
I know.
Love him so much.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He's like,
Josh,
I want to be like him.
If you could go out for dinner and you only had one available seat and you could pick from Seth or Chris, who would you be taking to dinner?
That's really hard because like both of them.
No, I'm taking Seth.
I think I would pick Seth.
I just think Seth would be probably more fun.
No, yeah, I don't care. It's not that. I just think you'd learn a lot from Seth.
Yeah, he's a little bit older, a little bit. He's very young.
He's been through a lot in his life, and I think he just has a lot of wisdom.
Like you remember his old videos where he was just so intense.
Yeah.
I told you boys, I met him when he was out here for the Arnolds that year. Mm-hmm. And he did like a seminar at one of the massive Joe stores, and then we had a training session where everyone who was at the seminar could go to the training session. And like he's there, and like he is so short.
Yeah.
So fucking short, but he's so fucking jacked. And this was still
Yeah.
when Axon Sledge was just taking off. So like
But
how
he
long?
was still like, he was still probably at his like biggest he'd ever been kind of
Yeah,
thing.
he was still fucking freaky. Like it would have been around like here, like what he was
Yeah.
looking at in these videos.
Yeah.
And at the end of the like everyone training or whatever, it's like 10 o'clock at night by this time. I went up to him like, I need to ask this guy fucking one question. Like, what the fuck can I ask him? And I went up to him. I'm like, bro, how do I fucking grow my chest? And like, he asked me what I do,
That's the
bro.
one question you fucking asked
Bro,
him.
he fucking poked a hole through my fucking chest, and he's just like incline, incline, incline. I'm like, fuck, touched me.
Just that physical
What did
touch
he
was
say
enough for
again?
your pecs to start growing.
No,
Yeah.
he's so good, man. I fucking yeah.
Where do you think he'd line up though? Where would you
I
place him in a 212 this year?
Well, I think he could win a pro show. I think Seth can quite handedly win a pro show as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I think he'd just have to pick the right one.
And I don't even think it's that. I think he could win a competitive one personally. If he's back, if he comes back and he's got the size again and he's pretty much there, then I think he could win a few good shows.
Yeah, I agree. I think he could be like, assuming he gets to the Olympia, which I think he will. I think he's kind of one of those top 6. I could see him in top 6.
I think I've got him like between 6 and 10 somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I could go that.
It's so hard to be 212 because they all look fucking just ridiculously huge. And
Isn't it wild that he never did an Olympia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
it would
he
be
was
such a good comeback.
to be the guy that was going to battle Flex.
Yeah.
That's how good he was.
Yep.
That's fucked.
You don't lose that overnight. I mean, he obviously hasn't stopped bodybuilding. He's just stopped in gear. And all those androgen receptors will be fucking sensitive.
Yeah. So wait till that train touches the system.
Yeah. Might see angry Seth back on the podcast.
I need it in my life. I need that intensity.
I hope he grows his beard out again. So it's like, fuck.
Do you remember? I remember like first like getting into bodybuilding and watching his like storage drugs and life videos. And he would just like shout at the camera and like swear, and I'd be like, I'm listening.
Yeah. Bro, I'd sit there with a notepad.
Like whatever you say. Yeah.
Were you guys stoked to see Guy back on the podcast? I was wrapped.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. Like he annoys me on other podcasts, but I like him on Fuads.
Yeah. Have you tried to watch his one with
I
him?
like him.
Yeah, it's bad.
No.
Yeah,
Well, it's just because Nick is so very quiet, and Guy is a blabbermouth, and they need one more person in there to kind of
balance it out.
Yeah, just to balance out, to sit in between them, and just someone else to actually converse, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to have him back on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you get any
Because he
questions?
obviously had a bit of beef. I got a few.
Go through some of yours.
You can go through. Yeah. The first question is, as per Fuad's podcast, showering with pets.
This is Mayor's.
Yes or no?
I had it on the TV the other day. I had it on the TV the other day, so she was watching it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I fucking done it with Daisy.
Yeah, I'd fuck it for sure. I don't
don't know why you wouldn't kill two birds with one stone and just get it both done out of the way.
Yeah. And plus Daisy is very short. My dog is like.
Well, I was going to say, is Maya for or against this?
She's for it. She's done it before as well.
Yeah. Ruby's against it. Ruby thinks it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks it's weird.
Wait. Would it change if she did it versus you did it?
No, she just thinks she feels weird when the dog looks at her naked.
Yeah, look, I don't feel too comfortable with that personally.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on.
I don't care.
Yeah, but still.
Mate, they walk around with their private parts hanging out all day.
He's not sitting there with a heart on.
Yeah.
What if he was?
Yeah, I've got no
All right, next. So we're all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
apart
fucking
from
unanimous. That was a unanimous one. Let's see if this one's unanimous. How important is it? And we'll try and just make this vague. So it's either very important or not important at all. How important is body part specific splits for beginners or under muscled individuals? So newbies,
not important.
essentially. Not important.
Not important.
Just fucking push pull legs or bro split. Just train everything. Train hard.
Just yeah.
This is a good one. Which divisions would you guys compete in if you were female?
Wellness.
Yeah, I'm a big booty bitch.
I'm a big booty bitch too,
Yeah,
hey.
Tom has big glutes as well.
I do have a big booty.
Yeah. So
Yeah, big shoulders as well.
yeah, you could do wellness, yeah.
Could do
Yeah.
bikini or wellness. If I stayed natty, probably bikini.
Actually, but I kind of like figure as well.
Yeah, but you know what would be sick? If I was like Missy Truscott, like jacked as fuck and could do a backflip.
Oh, I mean that's the dream.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
So unrealistic, but it's the dream.
So where do you think she's going to place in figure?
So
Ooh, yeah.
she's apparently talked about doing it. Hey,
Yeah.
I think she's doing it, is she not?
I think Missy could fucking win it.
Yeah.
She needs more quad. She needs more lower body, and I think she could win it.
I feel like my
Yeah,
opinion on this is probably not very good because I haven't closely watched like the top 10 in the figure enough. Like I've seen Sid and she's just a fucking freak. So now she's out the way. I'm not sure how good the rest of the girls in the top 5 are, but
I love
Jessica is
I love Lola Montez.
Lola.
I think
Have a look.
she finished third this year. Oh, she's finished third for like the past 3 years, I think.
so her
Yeah.
literally her like Sid, Jessica, and her have been the same for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Lola Montez. She does look fucking good. To be honest, I agree. I feel like Missy might struggle to beat that because her waist is so fucking small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
Missy's small.
Yeah, but nah, not this small. Look at that.
Yeah.
like that's fucking
Missy needs more. If Missy has more quad, then I think she can.
Let's have a look at Missy after this. But fuck, that's good. The thing is like Sydney Gillen is actually less muscled than Lola, but she's just
Yeah.
her physique is one of the most retarded things I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. Her
Yeah.
posing videos, it's actually one of the most impressive routines in the entire of the IFBB. It's so cool.
Right. It was pretty fucking crazy. Like, yeah. Yeah.
She could have kept going. She could have won another 4. Like,
Yeah.
There was no one touching her,
no, like it's fucked.
but
I've never seen anything like it. Like, yeah. Anyway,
Lola
yeah, let's have a look at Missy because
Oh, we're there.
maybe like a top 6.
I think she gets top
I
5.
don't know if she's.
I think Missy can win. She just needs more lower body. But whether that happens or not, I don't know. I don't know how old Missy is.
I got it. Not gonna lie, my opinion on Missy changed a little bit when she did her routine. Was it 2023 or 22? She
Oh,
came
it
out
was
with
the
a fucking
shark.
shark
I remember
head.
watching this girl. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, let's go.
was she fucking high when she thought of this idea?
Maybe. Yeah. Me and Jordy love Missy, don't we?
Yeah. Fuck. Like,
Yeah, it needs
she'd
more quads,
obviously
sure.
pull in the condition a little
Yeah.
bit more. So those lines in her quads,
But
just,
even
she needs more back.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know why you would do it. If you're winning in fitness, I think there's a
Kind of-
risk that she could be like,
It's kind of the
I
best
think it's
time for her with like
Yeah.
coming back
Yeah.
from an injury,
Yeah.
risk of re-injuring that knee again.
I agree.
yeah, her
She
shoulders are big
wore the
enough.
pace when she did a routine this year.
Yeah.
Her shoulders are fucking ginormous.
Yeah, her back will be the part that lets her down.
I think it's as well, like if she does come in that little bit sharper as well, like all those little details through her back will pop a bit more.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard. Like, I mean, I keep kind of going back to the Sid Gillen discussion, but she's not really even that big. She's just so detailed, and
Well,
her
like I was
physique is just
actually, I said to
not
Nate
human.
this morning, I'm like, what happens now with like the criteria of figure? And obviously Sid was so different to everyone else placing below her. So now that Sid's gone, how do you keep it distinguished between physique and figure?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because like when you had Sid
I
as
know what
the
you mean.
champ and whoever else is the physique champ, you look at the two and they're like, okay, there's a clear difference here. But now when you've got
Yeah.
the other girls, that these figure girls are jacked.
I
So
think with figure, there's a really large emphasis on symmetry, like left to right. You can't have a body part that's bigger on one side versus the other
yeah,
side. Like it needs to look like someone's drawn a piece of art. Like it needs to be perfectly symmetrical, top to bottom, front to back.
yeah,
Condition needs to be even throughout the entire body. Like, so I think anybody who, yeah, I mean, I actually can't remember who was second, but I mean, obviously, theoretically, you'd think whoever was second would be the favorite, but I don't know what she looked like. But
yeah,
Lola was like, I just saw Lola and she was fucking good. I could
yeah.
see her taking it for sure. It's just like Sid from Wish.
What was the next?
Because that's just, but it's true though. Anybody else that wins from now on, like,
Yeah,
there's a massive gap between first and second and
Yeah.
third. Like,
yeah.
anyway. Uh, next question is, so this person says, why do you guys hate Akim?
Well, we've rectified that.
I wrote the question.
We've rectified it. Is
I
are
wrote
you?
that question myself because I just wanted to talk about why you guys hate Akim so much.
Oh, there it is.
um, looking back at your first show, what would you have done differently?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't think so.
I didn't do anything right. So everything.
There was nothing I could have done differently. I got pretty fucking peeled, and I just didn't have enough size.
I mean, I was very fucking ignorant and didn't even really understand what bodybuilding was when I first competed, and I won my class. So
Ah,
I don't know. I don't know
I was
anything
in
different.
What did you do wrong, Jordy?
oh I was in ICN men's physique and I was naturally lean, so it's not like I even had to diet. I was going to like hunky dory and getting fried sweet potato chips every night because I thought sweet potato was the healthier option. So that was
I
me
mean,
done.
if it worked.
So
This person says, what's well, he says name 3 overrated things, but we'll just name one. Like, what's something in bodybuilding that you tried that did not meet your expectations?
Um, I don't know.
trend
Oh, no.
I don't know if I ever had overly.
Hey,
Yeah, I suppose so.
fucked me up.
I feel like everyone would say trend because like everyone hears about, oh, does it fuck you up?
It fucked my gut up like
Oh, really?
instantly. Instantly.
Really?
Like it
In
went
what way?
I had it was like it felt like I was constantly bloated, constantly nauseous, couldn't down any food. Um, it was fucking terrible. And it started as soon like the day after my first shot. And the day a week after running it,
Sounds like the perfect cutting drug.
yeah, a week after running it, took it out. By the next day, my stomach was fixed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Trent Ace can suck a dick.
I think GH is pretty overrated, but
I mean, I'm loving it right
it is,
now.
but
You
it
know,
is. It,
everyone wants to go to the gym to eat a lot of food, but when you have to eat 5,000 plus calories, it fucking sucks. So eating's overrated.
yeah, I should probably rephrase it. GH is not overrated. It's just for what you pay for it versus the return, it's maybe not favorable, but it is very effective.
Where would you cut off? Like, how many IU is it like beyond for you guys?
For me, anything over 5, to be honest, like 4 is good, but I do still suffer from the sides. 5 or more is too much, usually.
I've never used it.
I'm on 2 at the moment.
I've
2
never used it, so
it's just so expensive, man.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I think you do as much as you can tolerate physically and financially.
Yeah,
Which
it's
financially is
like honestly, if I could afford to run 10 IU, I'd do it.
yeah. But you would, because if your body was tolerating it, fucking
Yeah.
go for it. You probably wouldn't tolerate it that well. That's the only other thing.
There's only one way to find out. Jamming a bottle.
What's something that this is a good question. This person loves the number 3, but we're going to go with 1 each. So I suppose that is 3. What are 3 underrated things in bodybuilding that people sleep on?
sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is one.
Fuck.
It is. It's true.
Sleep, hey.
Good cooking utensils.
It's a good one.
Like,
Tom will be a fan of that.
put some fucking money
You
into
do need
like, some good fucking fry pans and shit.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
But that kind of feeds into the conversation about like, don't be shocked that if your appetite shits the bed in off season if you're a terrible cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned that
Because
from
you got to fucking enjoy what you're eating. And if you're a shit cook and if you don't have a whisk to make your cream of rice, it's going to taste like shit.
I have a fork and it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, but your taste buds are cooked. We know
What do you
this.
mean?
Your definition of a fancy meal is fucking tuna out of a can wrapped up with rice with a bit of seaweed.
I love cooked tuna at sushi, bro.
You can't go wrong.
So what's the cuisine you guys hate most? You know mine? Fancy Japanese. I fucking hate it. Like, why are you just putting weird shit on tuna, like on sushi? Like, why?
To be fair, like I'm a foodie and I agree. Like a lot of the fine dining Japanese is not fucking worth it. And it's like you've thrown all these different ingredients in and I just give me some fucking teriyaki chicken and rice and I'm happy.
See, you're a man of culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most overrated cuisine. That's
Agree as well, Jordy?
white man Asian foods. You know what I mean? Like keep it fucking.
Yes,
It's all I need.
fried rice, especially
Done.
fried rice. Let's go.
Easy done. Some
Cashew
honey chicken.
Cashew. Yeah.
That's
I
it.
can't really say they're the most overrated cuisine because I like all of them.
No, I'm
Your girlfriend is Asian, so you have to
Yeah.
like Asian food.
It's pretty good though. I fucking love Asian food.
I know you do. All right, I got a few questions as well.
Yeah.
Thoughts on season B being a pro qualifier for the naturals?
It's not.
No, they're saying thoughts on. Do you think it's like that's a good
Oh
decision?
no, I don't think it should. No.
Yeah,
So you agree? I agree.
I think if there's another pro card circuit going around in Australia, it should be for untested.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of spoke about this in the last podcast about whether or not we have the depth of talent in Australia to justify giving out 3 pro cards per division. And I'm fucking so hard on the fence with this one. It's so hard because we could have years where it's like we have 3 great pros or 3 great competitors that turn pro in that calendar year in each division. And then another year goes by and we're looking at 2 out of the 3 thinking these guys are just not up to the standard, So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that one, but that wasn't really the question. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, I think we need a quality of natural guys coming through first before we can see like whether it's enough for a pro card to be handed out. And the numbers in like overall, like are we getting 10, 15, 20 a category, or we're getting 5 a category? And
Well, that's what Josh was saying before. I don't think that there ever will be a world where we have a highly competitive natural bodybuilder.
yeah,
Like that's gonna, well, when I say highly competitive, like are they gonna go stand in an IFBB open lineup and actually look,
but
are they
we
gonna look natural?
like just because you compete naturally now doesn't mean you stay natural. So like we could get someone that wins a bodybuilding class that has all the potential, just hasn't used yet, wins the pro card, and then debuts and they're a freak because they've jumped on.
Yeah, I suppose so.
What do you think about IFBB pros that turn pro and never compete as a pro?
That's a completely different conversation.
Yeah, I know.
You think of not competing ever again?
No, that's not, it's not about me.
I,
I don't like it.
yeah, it frustrates the fuck out of me, but like, how do you stop it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't.
So
I don't know. I feel like there's as an athlete, there's like a sense of responsibility that I felt when I turned pro, and I'm like, I'd never even thought about fucking competing as a pro. I was always
yeah,
like, look, let's just get this box ticked first, and then I'll think about it. And then a
Yeah.
week goes by after I turn pro, and I'm already thinking about it. But it's like I feel like a lot of people, that's like their end game, and then they think, okay, this is
no,
probably the best it's going to get for me. So, and then they'll try and maximize it for their business, which look, everyone can do whatever the fuck they want at the end of the day. But
yeah,
there's a difference between an IFBB pro and an IFBB pro who actually competes as a pro.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
like I think we view it the way we do because we are so competitive and like we love this shit, obviously. But
But wouldn't you think to turn pro, you'd need to have that level of competitiveness in you to begin with?
not like I don't
And
want
if you don't, let's say you don't have that level of competitiveness, like you're obviously a bit of a genetic freak. So even more of a reason to
but
probably,
it just comes back to like what do you actually want out of this?
yeah,
For some people they just might enjoy competing and getting in shape, and
yeah.
Yeah.
being a
And
top
they just,
quality
some
pro
people
is
just don't
what they
get
want.
good at it.
Yeah.
Which is
I
not
wouldn't,
like, which is for a lot of people as a like, especially if they them people end up turning pro, it's not going to be a good enough of a reason just because they're good at it to carry on.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like you can discredit someone for turning pro if they never compete as a pro. Like they still fucking earned it. They still deserve it. They're still IFBB pro. But yeah, it's just I suppose the way that you look at them might be
You know
different
what?
than
It's the
active
ones
pros.
that win the pro card and talk about everything that they're going to do
Yeah.
and never do anything, or like wait 5 years and then come back and place in a last call out, and they've got every excuse under the sun to why it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, agree.
Um, how do you know how to choose a coach, and how long should you try before knowing that they aren't the right person for you?
Uh, I
Fuck,
think
that's a
that
hard one.
the knowing if it's the right person,
That takes time, as far as I'm
that takes
concerned.
time.
Like
Like
you can have a conversation with someone and get on with them. That's all well and good. But like, do you guys work? Like, you can have a consult with a potential coach and get on and all
yeah,
that stuff, and then you could start a prep together and get to the end of it, and you could really dislike the coach.
but then like
So,
what do you need as an athlete out of your coach?
well, that's going to be different for everybody. They're going to
Yeah,
have to.
And that's why I
What I
think
need, what I need, I don't know. I feel like we're all probably a little bit similar, where we're not like overly needy clients. Like, just tell us what we need to do,
yes,
and we'll fucking just
yeah.
do it.
But I think that's why I mean I don't know if you guys do this, but when I have my consultations with potential clients, that's one of the questions I ask them is that what do you feel you need the most from this service? What do you feel you need the most from me as a coach? And then the onus goes to them, and if they, as long as they're honest and upfront with what they actually need,
Yeah.
then the onus is back on the coach to provide that if it's something that their service is offering. So I think assuming you have a consult, they fucking, you ask the right questions, you get the right information. I mean, I don't know, like a generalized time frame, like at least 6 months. You got to give it at least 6 months to see progress, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you have
I
to.
mean,
Like, I feel like you have to, if we're talking competitively, you have to almost give it one competitive season to know.
Yeah.
And like that competitive season also includes a growth phase. You know,
yeah,
it's just you started with
Yeah.
this for 12 weeks out, and that's
Yeah.
no,
that's your season. You
No.
need you need that time, like
Yeah. I
almost a
agree.
whole year to
100%.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like if you're coming to a coach even 20 weeks out in a bad position and you're wanting them to prep you, like as far as I'm concerned, like if that even if that coach like agrees, like there's not going to be overly too much that they can do for you at that point. Like
yeah,
us, like
But
you're yeah,
that's when it's on the coach though to communicate to that client, like, look,
expectations,
I'm
yeah.
going to take you on. You're 20 weeks out. You're 4 or 5 weeks behind. Like we probably should have started cutting you a month ago.
yeah,
Don't be surprised if I pull you out at 12 weeks because we're not making the progress that was needed. So
Yeah.
fucking communication solves everything these days. And I think it goes both ways. It can't just come from the coach. The athlete needs to be very upfront and honest with the coach so they can make the right decisions at the end of the day.
yeah.
Sure. Is that it?
Yep. Oh, do you have any more
Sweet.
questions?
I have one more. It was more so like I think it's kind of like obvious, but the last one was: do all of you want to go pro / go to the Olympia one day, as in compete at the Olympia?
No.
Tom hates being a pro. He's gonna give it to someone else.
Yeah. I'm just going to pretend to prep and then pull out
You should.
in peak week and say I missed my flight and then just get back into the off season.
Yeah, nice.
That's
Just
the
do a
best.
mini. Yes, I think that's what all of us would like, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I'm just being a dick.
Olympia would be great, but it's not a goal. I think a goal for me would just be to like obviously turn pro. That's the goal. But I'd like to just step on as many pro stages around the world and just enjoy it for the opportunities that it gives. And if one day I'm
Say
lucky.
that now, but I know what you're like. You'll do a few pro shows. You'll get a little
Oh,
Yeah.
bit close. You'll get close,
100%.
and then you'll be like, "No, I want to go to the fucking
100%.
one."
But
I was
like
the same with Jordy.
being
Yeah,
realistic to where I think I would be, I don't think I have the physique that's going to be, a top 20 guy in the world. That's being realistic. I think I could, a few good off seasons and whatever else, 5, 6 years down the line, I think I could place well in a couple of shows. But I'd hate to have the opportunity to do so much and not, like
yeah,
it's what we were saying before. I think I wouldn't want to be one of those pros that just sits around and holds a pro card. I, as competitive as I am, I wouldn't have an issue going to do pro shows and being in a last call out.
yeah. I get it.
If I could be on the same stage as be like, yeah, I was on stage with last weekend.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or
I
with
think
or with anybody else, and just be like, fucking have a stat sheet of I did fucking 20 pro shows. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't win any, but I got to fucking travel the world and be and do.
100%.
I think that's a more realistic goal, being realistic with what I think my physique is capable of anyway.
I think you have a good combination of like realism, but also confidence.
Mm,
So that's why I admire the way that you go about it because I'm the sort of person that needs to see the results before I even scream out any sight of confidence. Like I don't
yeah.
really come across as the most confident person until I turned pro, and then I was like, all right, I guess I'm pretty fucking good, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go to the Olympia. Like I'm not scared of saying that.
Yeah.
I think it can absolutely happen one day.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, well, as long as I know that I've done everything in my power to at least make it
Yeah.
possible, I don't fucking care.
Like I wouldn't ride my whole pro career on being, if I didn't make it to the Olympia, then I've failed. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
Not at all.
the field is so deep. Like there was fucking 60 guys in Classic this year. And
yeah.
it's not like the 60 guys were bad.
No,
You know what I mean? So like again, it's like you go from being an amateur and you're a big fish in a small pond to stepping into the pro league and you're a fucking tiny fucking fish in
You're a
an
tadpole.
ocean.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game.
I think
Yeah.
it's about time Australia gets some classic physique guys in the Olympia though, because we definitely have the talent.
Yeah. You know what though? I think the Aussie pros need to be a little bit more tactical with the shows that they pick.
Yeah.
Um, instead of picking your New York pros and like your big name shows, which I can see the appeal to doing, but like pick a small show and collect a dub and go to the Olympia. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Like,
Yeah,
think
but if your
there's
goal
some
is like, I said to Tom, like I'm pretty open about this. Like I said to Tom when I think we talked, and he originally said that he was going to do a couple of like Asian shows or whatever, and I kind of tried to shoot him down straight away and was like, no, fuck that. Like, do a big show, get in front of them, get in front of the main guys, and like see what they have to say. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way to do it. Like, I would like to think that, like, if I ever get that chance, like I hope one day, then I would like to do big shows. I would like to do like Tampa or Texas or New York or
yeah,
Pittsburgh or whatever. If I come dead last, I come dead last. But
yeah,
like I've stepped on that stage in front of those judges for at least a season. They
yeah,
know who I am now. And then if the next season I decide to do a few smaller shows that maybe
completely.
aren't as big, then you still you they know who you are maybe now. And it's a
yeah, I
little bit
think
different.
that's the strategy that's probably the best way to go about it, I think, is like to
I completely agree.
pick one or two bigger shows so you do get seen by those big name head judges, and then but don't just stop there. Like then maybe you can pick out another one or two shows where you actually stand a chance of
Yeah,
Yeah.
qualifying.
Because there's
so
always a couple of smaller ones after these big ones, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, there is.
yeah, I guess my comment was more towards the Aussie pros that have already done that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You've stood in front of the big stages, but now, like, if again, and this goes back to like, if your goal is just to get to the Olympia, and that's
Yeah.
what you do, and that's your
Yeah.
immediate goal, then be a little bit tactical.
Yeah.
Pick a show that might not have a deepest lineup, like New Zealand on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to E-Man who just finished, I think it was fifth
Yeah,
Yeah.
pro debut.
Good
you
stuff.
know,
He's fucking
I would have
freako.
liked to have seen Josh
Give him
Wilson
time.
in that lineup.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But that you're right though. It would be interesting. I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, so,
Hmm.
but yeah,
I think E-Man just needed to be like 1 or 2% sharper, but
yeah,
he was very good, but just like the level of condition between the top five or the fifth, sixth spot to first and second was noticeable. But I think E-Man and Jackson, I think fuck, those two are going to be pretty exciting
how long
for
does
Australia in the
last
future.
And you,
how long does Jackson last in bodybuilding in classic?
before he has to go to bodybuilding, I don't think very long.
Yeah,
Well, I think he'll be pretty close to his cap first time around, but I could also see him being content with that and potentially accepting that he won't be able to push as hard in the off season. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't strike me as the sort of person that is accepting of stagnation. So I'm not sure if he's going to enjoy the
yeah,
idea of having to just cruise through an off season without really pushing things and focusing on growing. I'm in the same category where it's like, fuck, but I really don't want to move up to bodybuilding because I'm in that awkward spot where I'm too tall for 212. So then the next logical choice would be open bodybuilding. And then it's like you're literally starting at ground zero again. So I don't think that'll be for me. But Jackson's younger than me and fucking bigger. So we'll see.
wild.
Mm.
All right, boys, on that note,
All right, boys, it's been a pleasure.
Danskis. All right. Beautiful lads.
Safe travels
Appreciate
home.
the catch up.
speak to you next week.
Yeah, safe flight
Yeah.
home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Love you, boys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.